Good morning, everyone. Welcome back for the 10th episode of the Bulldog Banter podcast. I am your host, Hyra, here with today's co host,
Dylan.
Today we have two very special guests here from Memorials Speech and Debate. If you could please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Olivia,
And I'm Ethan.
What grade are you in?
senior.
Also,
Okay, so can you guys give us a little rundown on what debate is?
Yeah, so debate is it's kind of like a class right now, but it's also a club. And it's where people from all over the grades, they are able to debate like topics. We have both public forum debate and Lincoln Douglas debate, which are two different types of debate. And you can talk about like global politics, domestic politics. And then we also have the other half of it, that's speech. That's a lot more of like our acting or really presenting your viewpoint on a problem in the world.
it's a very diverse group of different subjects. There's a lot you can do, and also people come from all different kinds of backgrounds, and so it's really cool kind of seeing how this mixes together.
Could we have you both pull up your mics? It's kind of weird, but just really close to your mouth. Okay, so I'll start with my question. How did you first get involved in debate?
Well, okay, I promise you this isn't like the story of everybody, but I had a friend who I needed to be on my mock trial team, and she said that she would only do it if I joined debate. So I was kind of bribed into it, but also I stayed in it because I just absolutely love it.
My story is definitely different. In freshman year, I moved here from a different school, and I had a friend that I made, and he was like, "You should join debate," and I did because I wanted to have a class with my friend. But honestly, staying in the class was probably the best thing I could have done for myself. It was really fun.
All right. The next question is, what skills have you developed through participation in debate, and how have you impacted other areas in your life?
For me, I think one of the biggest ones that I've definitely grown in is research skills. The amount of work we put into every single debate case, or even just speeches alone, there's so much work that's put into it that helps me even now write essays, and it definitely helps my speaking skills as well. Before I joined debate, I was very awkward and antisocial, but I think after joining the class, I'm able to stand up and talk more for myself, which is something I couldn't do before. So I think that's a big one.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. Debate really taught me, this sounds corny, but the power of my voice or whatever, because you feel very self-confident and self-conscious when you have to stand up and talk in front of a room. And debate just kind of teaches you what you have to say matters, and that there's definitely different perspectives when it comes to a problem. And you can take a bunch of different avenues to argue your side, and it taught me a lot of persuasive skills, which kind of showed me my career path and helped me when trying to figure out what I want to do in college.
Okay. What topics that you have done have you found most interesting or challenging, and why?
Okay, one of the ones we did last year, it was for our state topic and our district's topic. We used it a lot, but I think it was probably my favorite because it most affects us, and that's should we get rid of student loan debt and the forgiveness on that. And I really like that topic a lot, actually, because we're going to college soon, and I don't want to pay for that. So I think I like that topic a lot because I was pretty passionate about it.
I'm so glad that you like that topic. I like more the topics that have to do with foreign policies. I think it was our junior year, we debated a topic if we should increase our military presence in West Asia. And to me, that was a really big deal because it kind of changed my perspective on, we're not only talking about domestic policies, but we're now talking about other countries and how one decision can impact the entire world, and kind of led to this whole escalation thing that was really fun to argue.
Right. So what are some strategies that you guys use to handle another opponent in debate?
Okay. So every opponent is different. And when we get an opponent that's a little bit more aggressive, Ethan and I's main policy is to be the absolute angel towards the judges. We say, "Thank you, yes, ma'am," and very much polite, because it just puts the judge at ease, especially if our opponent is being a lot aggressive. But I think what makes our team pretty well is that we're able to address almost every single argument that is brought up to us. And when we do that, we're just able to flip the other side to ours, and it helps us win our rounds.
Yeah, I agree a lot on that. And the thing about debate, too, is you're supposed to have your rounds weighed on the arguments you bring up, what you attack with them. But the funny thing is, I think one of the things that our judges care most about is the way you talk and present. So even though we bring up this argument, if we sound more coherent, if we're more polite to our opponents, if we give this facade that we're being better people, the judge tends to like that and they'll vote you up more for that. So that's also another way we go about it.
And I promise we're actually nice. It's not just a facade.
No, it's not.
So you're not just putting up an act. How do you manage time during a debate, especially when, delivering your arguments?
So it starts with me. So I guess the debate we do public forum debate, and it's just where two people work on a team. And so I start by delivering the case that our side is making. So whatever the topic is, I present it, and then the other team would do the same. And then her whole job is to tear down their case. So she'll go in and she'll attack everything they do, and naturally the other team will do the same to us. So then that's when I rebuild everything. So I'm more like the rebuilder, the person addressing our case and laying that out.
Yeah, I agree. In more like football terms, I'm more of the offense and Ethan is definitely the defense of it. But I'm given a 4-minute speech where I have to address everything that our opponent said, every little detail, every piece of evidence. And so it took me a really long time to time manage that. So I'm able to attack almost everything that they say and present a counter argument to it, but also at the same time sounding pretty, talking slowly. And Ethan got really good at this. There's this thing in debate called spreading, and it's basically kind of like you rap like Eminem. Like you're talking so incredibly fast because you're trying to get out everything you have to say in just 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think for me too, the other thing is like, so you start off the debate with each person gets a 4-minute speaking time, but the more and more you go into it, you lose less and less time. So the funny thing is, even though like more things are brought up, more attacks are made, as you go out throughout the round, you get like shortened on time again and again. And so you really have to show that you're the better speaker by being able to generalize more and just really highlight why your side is more important.
So what is the process of like collecting research and evidence for your debate, and like how do you organize that?
Okay, for me, so what I kind of do is I start off every topic by literally just looking at the statement. Because to be honest, there's a lot of topics that I don't understand, and it's completely normal to not know a lot of them, like off the rip. But for me, I just look up the topic, and then I just start diving in. We work as a class with this. We start going down lists of pros and cons, and then as I work and find this information online of like different arguments I can run, I put it into this like huge document file. And we often share it too with with each other. Like last year, we had almost an 80-page Word document of just like evidence, and it's just like literally listing out sources that say this side or that side. And that's kind of what I do on the constructive part, but yours is a bit different.
Yeah, so I guess a good example of this is our last topic was if the United States should reduce its military presence in Taiwan. So I create a block file basically, and it's basically if the pro said that we should, I have a bunch of cards is what we call it, or evidence pieces that says that we shouldn't. And I highlight the specific part of the paragraph from articles that helps my side. We quote authors' last names and the year it was written. It's kind of exactly like writing an English essay, except a lot more fun because you don't have to follow a specific format. It's very different from team to team, and him and I just found a way that works for us.
Yeah, I think it's also a very messy process because, like I said, it's really confusing. But when you are going like down it, you just find this idea and it's like it's in your mind and you go and put it in your document. But as soon as you put it there, you're gonna forget it. Like we have 80 pages of documents. Not all of that is gonna go through. So
yeah, we don't memorize anything.
How do you handle criticism from judges and peers after a round?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think it's always about getting better because sometimes when you're in the round, you're such a tunnel vision and you're trying to get out what you have to say and you kind of forget about like, oh, maybe I should watch my face when my opponent is talking, or I need to slow down. And so hearing those criticisms on our ballots, we take that and we put it towards our next case. Him and I went to nationals this last summer and we got a lot of critiques from these judges about how we kind of talk and to use more like pretty language. And so when going into our most recent tournament, we used that criticism and we brought it to our rounds, and it really to help us win, and we ended up getting first at the most recent tournament.
Yeah, I think we do a pretty good job at applying it. I know not everyone does, but it's really important to look at the information because what the judge has to say, when you're giving your speech yourself, you can't notice the little like your mannerisms as much. Like I talk a lot with my hands and I move my hands a lot when I speak and things, and that's the thing I needed to get better at. But I don't notice it myself when I'm doing it, so it's very important to take in what the judge is saying.
Have you ever like felt bad about what they have said?
There was one time where they told me, what did they say to me? They just said, they were like, you kind of talk funny. I was like, oh, okay. So I can't change that, but I appreciate it. Or they once told me like to Oh, they always tell me to watch my face because sometimes when the opponent is talking, I'm really bad at this, is I kind of give like a, like, what are you talking about face? And so you have to be like stone-faced, and Ethan's pretty good at it, but I'm just not.
Yeah, it's really hard because like you'll be sitting there and your opponents will go up and say something. It's so frustrating because they're saying things that just like completely aren't true, either like based on what you said or you just know. And so you have to sit there and act like everything they're saying is right and like smile, but it's very frustrating for sure.
There's a lot of side eyes coming from our direction.
Right. Can you guys share like a time when you guys had to argue a position that you guys didn't necessarily agree with, and like how did you guys approach that?
Yeah, I think one of the topics this year was surveillance on the southern border, and that's very controversial. And so I obviously, without like stating a position, it's just very hard when you have something so moral and you have to go about it in a way that's not, it's not perceived as offensive or anything. You want to make sure you're thinking about it as much as possible, so you're hurting the least amount of people by what you're saying. A lot of the arguments that we actually ran on that topic, even if it was in the pro or negative of it, we found ways to impact out everyone. Because the topic sounds very centered around the southern border, but when you expand it to a broader extent, you can see it affecting many lives, and that's how you kind of like expand it more, so that way it doesn't feel so moral to that one area, so that way you can just get a broader reach on it.
No, yeah, I agree. One of the things I love about debate is that the topics, not a lot of people have an opinion on them. Like our topic that we debated, I think for like 3 months last year, was if student athletes should be paid. I have never thought about that in my entire life. Frankly, I didn't have an opinion on it. But the beauty of debate is you have to develop both a pro and a con case. So you get to see both sides of the argument. And as you go through your research, you begin to develop more of a liking towards the pro or towards the con, even if it's just because you think the arguments are cooler. But coming out of it, every single round, you're just so dedicated to your side that you're put on that your opinion kind of gets thrown out the window a little.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps you understand both sides, even if you don't agree with it, because there are definitely topics where you might have a stance on it, but at the end of the day, once you've done all that research on it, you start to like rationalize what the other person's saying a little more, even if you still disagree with it.
How has debate influenced your views on current events or societal issues?
Okay. So definitely one of my favorite things I love about debate is that we do talk politics in there. We talk the current politics. There are jokes made. And I was never really a politics person. Like I knew about it. But through debate, I got to see more of an insight and care a lot more about our Congress and about our presidential election. Like with our last one that we just had, we followed it very closely. And the result of it, whether we liked it or not, it's going to impact us in the future. And we're able to really research and figure out what that impact is and how it's going to affect our communities in either a good or a bad way.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely made me more passionate about it too. I now have want to actually use my voice for something regarding politics. So even though there's a lot going on in the world right now, I feel more inclined now more than ever because of all the years I spent in debate to actually go out and say something about it. So I think it's definitely helped me understand people more, but also be passionate about it and use my voice for something good.
No, I agree. Definitely through debate, I've decided that I'm going to major in political science and use the skills that I've had to create positive unification and change within our political system.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So what has been like one of your favorite memories since you joined debate?
One of my favorite memories, oh goodness, there are so many. Actually, okay, one of my favorite memories is for tournaments. This is gonna sound kind of awful, but on Saturdays, we need to wake up at 5 a.m. because we have to be here by 6 a.m. to leave. And that sounds totally awful, but being on a bus, driving to a tournament, you can feel the excitement of everybody because they just did so well the day before. We all have a little bit of a caffeine addiction a little bit, so we're giving each other Monsters and Red Bulls, and we're sharing our stories of the day before, and really just the excited and the chattering of it. Going to tournaments is one of my favorite things. And I think I really felt that when we went to districts last year and we had to drive down to Rose State, because districts is a big qualifying tournament. If you do well, you end up going to nationals. So the nerves were there, the excitement was there, and really just the whole atmosphere was my favorite.
Yeah, I agree. Districts was actually really fun. We're allowed to bring 4 teams in every single event for districts. And last year we had Memorial, all 4 teams in public forum take up the top 6. And that was really impressive. And so it was fun, like being with everyone and seeing how far we've come and like developed, because not only was it a moment that we were happy in, but we got to share that moment with other people and debate. And that was really special as well.
Yeah, and also one of my favorite memories actually is to put you on the spot is when we went to nationals. We ended up listening to Chapel Roan Hot to Go consistently, and Ethan would listen to Starships by Nicki Minaj before our rounds, and I would listen to Unwritten, and we would sit there in these halls with these headphones on, blasting pop music just to try to get hyped up, and all of these teams from all over the country are like, what are they doing? But it's like our ritual, and I love it.
No, yeah, I feel like Nicki Minaj definitely gets me,
Oh, no,
gets me
exactly.
hyped up. So kind of following the theme of, debates, this side or that side, we're going to be playing this or that. So I'll have I'm not letting you look at this.
Okay.
But I have a bunch of questions, and you can say why. We're allowed to argue. Whatever. Okay. So first, Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Marvel 100%.
100%.
Me too, Marvel.
Marvel?
For sure,
I think there's
Marvel.
much disagreement on that.
I couldn't name one good DC movie.
No? Okay, who's your favorite, Marvel superhero?
I really liked Thor, but not like the most recent movie. Thor Ragnarok is by far one of my favorite movies.
The recent one, I did
No,
not like
yeah,
it
just
at all.
ignore
Like,
that
the
one.
I did not like it at all.
I like any like magical person, like with superpowers, like Doctor Strange, Wanda, Loki. Like I like those people with like those cool powers. Even Agatha, the new series, I love that. So
Wait, a better question is Team Iron Man or Team Captain America? That's a better question.
I think Captain America. I kind of thought Iron Man was a little bit. He was rich, and like I understood where he was coming from. Where you're just a rich dude. It's like Elon Musk, guys. Like, come on, it's the same person.
I think I was impartial. I just like them both. I like both the characters, and so I don't think I could pick a side.
Well, I'm a passionate Iron Man person myself.
Okay.
Yep. I have my reasons. Many people have judged me for a bit. I don't care. That's like I can argue a bit. Since you're in debate, I feel like I better not.
Hey, we can go any day, man.
No, my very first episode I ever did was debate. I had Meredith and Samantha. We did a debate, and I did not do well. But following up with that first question, if you were a superhero, what power would you have?
I don't know. Actually, this girl from the Umbrella Academy, Allison, her ability, she would literally just speak anything and it would happen, or she could do it.
She would
And
say, sorry. She would say I heard a rumor, and then she would say whatever she want, and then it would come true.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah,
insane.
I think that's what I would want.
I would want that too.
It's a good power. Mine was more just mind reading, because I just want to know what people think. I actually cannot handle it if I don't know what people think. I'm like, please tell me. So yeah, mine would be mind reading.
I think mine would be telekinesis. I know it's basic, but I feel like you can do a lot with it.
No, I
And
agree. Yeah.
Mine
So-
would be teleportation, because I'm just so lazy. I just want to be
Good
everywhere.
one. And you would save so much money on gas.
And you can travel anywhere. Or you can go to concerts. You can
Yes.
sneak into the pit area.
Wait, okay, I think you might have the best one. That's awesome.
Okay.
Trips across the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, could you if you had teleportation and you were to hold someone's hand, could you take them with you?
It's your power, girl. Yeah.
Okay. The second one, TikTok or Instagram?
Okay, so this is really embarrassing. I don't have TikTok, so I'd have to say Instagram.
I would say TikTok 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I think TikTok too. I use it almost every day.
I was like, y'all are chronically online, and I know
No,
it.
no.
Okay.
I think Instagram is kind of boring. So I would say TikTok.
Guys,
Plus, TikTok is more recent, because if you're going through Instagram reels, no, they're a little. Anyway.
Yeah.
okay, guys, whatever.
Pop or rap?
I like pop music. I just told you, my favorite song is Unwritten. It's pop music all the way.
Yeah, I think
Don't lie.
I don't know. I think I might say pop too.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably pop.
Do you have a favorite artist?
Ooh, mine's been changing. Or pop music. Of course, I obviously really like Taylor Swift. But right now I've been listening to a lot of Gracie Abrams. So I don't know if that totally counts as pop, but and Sabrina Carpenter. Short and sweet, that is a good album. What about you?
Okay, I think I do like Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
But I think, probably because of his new album, I do like Tyler Creator a lot as well. Kind of artists like that as well. Steve Lacy, I think, yeah.
I could do both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
but
feel
this is
I can't.
if you had to choose one, choose pop.
Oh no, that's a hard question. I mean, I like both. I listen to both, but I guess I'll go with pop because I hear it all the time. you know?
I'd say pop.
Yeah.
It's just gets me up in the mood. Coffee or tea?
I hate coffee, so I'd say tea.
I would say tea too. I hate the taste of coffee.
Like
No.
not even like flavored ice.
Can't stand it.
I do like chai, which is like tea. So yeah, I'm totally tea girl.
You?
I feel like I'll do iced coffee. Yeah, not tea. I don't know. I don't like tea.
I don't like either, but I will say coffee. City life or country life?
City life, 100%. I want to get out of Oklahoma and I want to go to a big city so badly.
Me too. I lived in Seattle for like 12 years, so I love the city. I miss it. So Oklahoma's definitely different, but I love city life. Yeah.
I'll probably do country because I just grew up with horses and lots of animals, so I feel like that just fits my lifestyle better than city. No hate, though. I mean, city life seems cool.
I would say city because I can't stand like the silence
Yeah.
of country life. Sorry. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night. That's when I'm the most productive. I'm awful in the morning. I wake up like as little as I can before school. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like you do a lot of homework in the morning though.
If I wake up.
I think I like going out at night. Like I don't wake up early from like at all except it's for school or for work. And if I get scheduled early for work, it's don't show up. It's awful.
I'm definitely a night owl. Literally last night I fell asleep like really late. So I don't know, I hate the mornings. I hate waking up every single day.
I agree.
I said like I can't stand silence, but I like when it's really quiet at night and it's just me and I'm just like I can do whatever I want. Like I can go on my phone, I can read a book, I can watch any movie. Superheroes or Disney princesses, movie wise?
Oh, Disney princesses because they sing. And no, you cannot tell me that you've never had a Disney princess song like stuck in your head. They're catchy. They're awesome. Like Tangled, Rapunzel, one of the greatest movies ever. Don't fight me on it.
Okay, I would say superhero, but I'd like to see more of both. Like Frozen was actually peak. So I like Elsa a lot. I think they need to make more of those movies with those princesses and superpowers. I really like those, but I still think superpowers are too cool. I don't know.
I'm definitely
Wait, but Elsa had
sorry.
powers.
Yeah, so like I think they
Is she a
should do
superhero or is she a princess?
both.
No,
She was
she's
a queen.
Oh, she's a queen.
Yeah,
You're right,
she's a
you're
queen.
right.
Okay.
But I'm definitely a superheroes person. I'm an MCU fan. Seen all the movies. I've binged all of them and this TV series too. I don't like the recent stuff that they've had out. It's kind of boring.
I agree with that statement.
I'll say I had to say Disney because I love like old Disney, like the old animation. I can't stand the new Disney stuff. Wait, Moana 2 came out.
I have not seen Moana 2 yet. I want to see it so badly.
Me too.
No.
And that's The Rock in it. That's like
Yeah.
that's all I'm going for.
But they're also making a live action.
Oh yeah, I
So,
saw that. I like the casting on it a lot actually, but I don't know if it's gonna turn out good.
Yeah. Watching a movie at home or going to the movie theater.
I'd say going to the movie theater. Okay, I like movies at home, but the movies here like are good. Like Flicks or Showbiz, I like them both. They're both really good places. So
No, I agree. Definitely going to the movies. With the movie theater popcorn, like come on.
yeah.
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 Well, I don't know. You go first because
I mean, for sure a movie theater person. Like I just grew up going to the movie theaters every weekend, so that's what I'm used to.
I like going to the movie theater, but I talk a lot. Like during a movie, like I have to play back everything and just talk. So I would have to stay at home. And I changed my opinion. I have to stay at home. Binge watching a show or weekly episodes.
I think binge watching a show. I've been watching a lot of like older like sitcoms. Well, not like older, but like I like binge watch New Girl. Like I'm watching How I Met Your Mother right now. Like I don't really follow like the most like new TV shows per se because I don't know. I'm just not that interested in them.
I think I binge a lot of shows, but it's probably not good for me. So I guess I would say weekly, just because otherwise I'd procrastinate too much. But I binge a lot of shows, to be honest. So maybe I don't know, maybe that.
I'll probably binge shows because I just can't wait. I feel like the suspense kills me every single time I have to wait a whole week for a new episode to come out.
Yeah,
So I'll
like-
definitely binge shows.
Yeah, like if there's a
Yeah.
cliffhanger, what are you supposed to do?
Exactly. Or when they
Yeah.
cancel the show, like on a cliffhanger.
That's actually the worst.
Like after one season.
After
No.
one season, like The Society. Have y'all seen that show?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
on
I heard about
Netflix.
it. There's a lot of
No.
canceled shows on Netflix. It's
yeah,
frustrating.
I've
And
been a
it-
victim to
and-
cancellation.
Me too. Yeah. No, but I feel like for weekly episodes, like if I binge watch a show, I forget everything about it. So I'll say weekly. Donuts or bagels?
I'd say bagels.
I think I'd say bagels with cream cheese.
I
Like
also-
everything bagel?
Yeah.
I like old school
Everything.
bagel a lot as well. I think it's more diverse. Donuts are like very sweet all the time. So if you're getting it, like, you know what you're getting. But like bagels, you can get like just cream cheese or like a sandwich. Like it's more diverse.
Yeah, I'm a donut person for sure. Like, did you say no?
No, I feel like donuts give me like toothaches.
Oh yeah,
So
they do, but
I like the everything bagels
Mm-hmm.
with
nah,
the cream cheese.
I'm still sticking with my donut with sprinkles and everything.
Milkshakes or smoothies?
Milkshakes. Like, I know that's like the least healthy option here, but also, like a Brahms milkshake, it's the spot.
I would say smoothie.
Okay.
I have to be in the mood for a milkshake, but I feel like I could have a smoothie like every day. But like milkshake, I have to like very much be in the mood for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm a smoothie person myself too. Like, I feel like milkshakes, it could just be too much,
Yeah.
and it has high calories and everything. I could
Um,
drink like a daily smoothie.
I feel like but milkshakes. They
That's
just
what I'm talking about.
like any flavor of ice cream, you can make it into a milkshake,
Exactly.
and it's filling. So you can just have the milkshake by itself. Unlimited Wi-Fi or never charge your phone again.
I guess I would say unlimited Wi-Fi because that sounds like more universal. Like I can have Wi-Fi in more places.
Yeah. I think unlimited Wi-Fi, because I connect to my hotspot a lot.
Yeah.
Like, especially for like debate tournaments and stuff. But yeah, so unlimited Wi-Fi, especially if I don't have to pay for it, that's an added bonus.
Yeah, probably unlimited Wi-Fi as well.
No, I would say never needing to charge my phone because I always lose my charger. Harry Potter or Star Wars?
Harry Potter. I don't really watch the Star Wars movies, and I know that's a little bit of a hot take. But Harry Potter, I read the books. I went to the Harry Potter place in Universal Studios, and like, I don't know, they're just really fun with the magic and all.
I have a more hot take. I don't like either.
Oh,
I don't.
no.
I just can't get into them. I've watched them both at least twice. I try to get into it. I just can't. I don't like it for some reason.
Yeah, I'll have to agree. I've never seen none of them. I've only read like half of the first book, and then I've only seen the first movie. It was kind of boring, so
No,
I don't know, never liked it.
I've never watched Star Wars, and I
Thank
don't think
you,
I
me
ever
either.
will. I never will watch Star Wars, but I've never read the Harry Potter books, but I've seen the movies, and I like the movies. I just can't get into the books. Always use public transportation or walk everywhere. So like New York City subway type of transportation.
I would say public transportation, even though I've had some very interesting experiences on trains in Minnesota. Ethan was with me. We were at a Nats competition, and we had to take this train, and there was just a lot going on. A lot of people, a lot of experiences, but I mean, it was fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna say walk.
Okay.
I feel like if I do live in a city life like I want to, I think walking's convenient as long as everything's close. So I just don't like public transport.
I'll probably walk everywhere. Once it's good for you, you get the steps in, and then feel like in public transportation, you know, you never know, some weird stranger could walk
Weirdo.
in. Yeah, some
Yeah,
weirdo could walk in.
that's what I was gonna say. Walk everywhere because I'm scared of people. Speak every language fluently or play every instrument perfectly.
I would say language. I think it's a lot cooler, and I think you can have a bigger impact with that. You could be like a star with music, but you can also have a bigger impact with like talking to more people, I think. I used to play an instrument, but I thought it was so boring and I dropped it.
Wait, what'd you play?
I played the cello. But I was just,
Wait, what'd you play?
Oh, I played the trumpet. I was in
Oh.
band.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh.
But
I'm just kidding. I love the band kids.
no, but I wasn't a band kid. I was a kid in band.
Oh, sure,
There's
bud.
a difference.
That's all you
No,
know.
there's a difference. There's a difference, I swear. I would choose to speak every language. I just feel like I could communicate with everybody, and like if anybody needs a problem, I could like help them out. You know?
No, I agree. I definitely would speak every language. Yeah, y'all. I'm trying to be fluent in Spanish. I really am. I've had a Duolingo streak since 7th grade. I'm not joking. And it's actually one of my proudest accomplishments. But I would love to speak every language.
Yeah. And I feel like I would just love to make friends in every country.
Mm-hmm. That would be
That'd
fun.
be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And not get judged. Not get judged. Like, you know,
Oh,
when they're
true.
like, oh, tourists, Americans. Book or movie?
movie. I hate reading. I think in a lot of my like reading assignments too, I read a chapter and then I just read Spark Notes and then I read another chapter and then I read a chapter of Spark Notes.
Yeah.
So I actually read the book. I love reading the book. I think it's so much better. Like, yes, there are some good movie adaptations. I'll give it that. Like the Hunger Games adaptations, great, 100%. But others, awful. Like Ready Player One, if you watch the movie, which is a good movie, it is a completely different plot line than what's the book, and I prefer the book.
I'd have to say the book. But I, kind of like you, I don't like reading for school. Like, if I'm being forced to read, I hate it. But in my own time, if I find a good book, I love reading.
I think that's fair. I don't mind reading that much. I just can't read for school because if it's an assignment, I can't get into it.
Yeah.
Movie. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't have the time nor the patience to read a whole book.
No,
So
if
I'd
it's,
rather watch the movie.
if it's like a book into movie adaptation, like the book is always more detailed. And they always
Yeah.
take out
Yeah.
stuff or
That is
add
true.
stuff. And it's live by the beach or by the mountains.
Ooh, I would say live by the beach. So I moved around a lot in my life, and I ended up living in Australia for a little bit. So I have lived by the beach before, and it was awesome. And I would love if I could go back to that.
Okay, I lived by both because where I lived in Seattle, I would like lived right on the coast. And so I lived next to all those ships, but also I think I like the mountains more because the mountains there were great, and I'd rather like live up in the country in the mountains. Even though I like the city, I just think if I had to live by one, I love the mountains. So
Did you go?
No, what was the question again? I'm sorry. Oh, no.
Beach or mountain?
I feel like the mountains because one time, like a few years ago, I went to Colorado and I went up in the mountains and I had a good time there. So, and also I don't like sand.
I'd have to say the beach, but I'm kind of scared. Like hurricanes.
Oh, no, I don't think about that.
Okay, so I'll say beach.
Just think about like the tans and
Okay.
like the sandcastles.
Comedy or horror?
Oh, comedy, 100%. I am a horror wimp, and I know that you're not, Ethan, but I can't handle it. The scariest movie I ever watched is like Scream. And I know, I can see y'all's faces. It's really bad, and I try. I'll sit through them. I'll be a good sport, but 100% comedy.
yeah, I love horror movies. I think Scream isn't even that much of a horror movie. It's like
I
a
know.
slasher.
Yeah, it's a slasher.
It's not like scary like that, but I do love a lot of horror movies. I think psychological thrillers or like psychological
yeah.
horrors are also my favorite, and those are really good.
I'm definitely a horror movie person. You know that already. And like, wait, what's your favorite horror franchise?
No, I do like the new Smile movie a lot, actually.
I haven't seen it. I saw the first one like last week or something like
Yeah.
that. What about you?
No, I can't stand horror.
What?
I
thought
can't.
you did.
No, I've seen Scream. You know I
Yeah.
like Scream, and
Yeah.
that's the only like horror I like.
Exactly. Like, I would probably pee myself if I watched Smile. It's
No,
not
I
funny.
can't. Phone call or text message?
Okay, I would say phone call because it's more productive. I think whenever I have a really hard time of texting, I think I'm slow at texting, and I think I have a lot to say most of the time, and so I think phone calls are more productive.
I agree, and I think you converted me, Ethan, because when we started being partners, we would call for like it was like a minute and 30 seconds. Like, it was not a long call, but it would happen quite often because we just had like to talk about our cases. And I guess since we've been partners for so long, I've called you a lot, and I've started calling like my friends and my family more because I just want to hear y'all's voices.
Yeah.
And like, you get off on little tangents, and I love it.
I think part of it for me too is like the topics we argue are like really complex and they're hard to understand. So for me to text that out in a message and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about, I don't think it really works like that. So like in terms of debate, for sure, calling's easier because she'll have to ask me to like repeat myself 5 times because what I'm saying doesn't make sense. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
I'll say call because I feel like one, you can hear the person's tone and how they feel about what you guys are talking about, and it's just better because I feel like through text message it could be misinterpreted. Like sometimes I could read a message and be like, are they being rude or sarcastic or whatever? So that's why I prefer a call.
We'll do like 3 more. Oh wait, I didn't even say mine. I'll say text message. Christmas or Halloween?
Ooh, I love Christmas. I really do. The peppermint, like, flavored drinks and the decorations and the songs. Like, I love Halloween, don't get me wrong. But Halloween is really just, like, October 31st. Christmas starts, like, November 2nd, you know? Like,
Okay.
it's an event.
Yeah, I'm okay. I might have to agree that Christmas is better, but I really want to put emphasis on how good Halloween is. I love dressing up, and during Halloween, I kept doing like fun characters and makeup, and so I like doing that a lot too. Like I did Joker makeup, whole skeleton face makeup. I think it's so fun, but I still think like Christmas season is probably better, but Halloween is under like it's so good.
Yeah, I like Halloween because of like the horror elements that it has, and I don't know. I just like the spooky vibe.
I was never a Halloween person when I was little. But I like Christmas. I started in November. Christmas is 2 months for me. And like you said, the drinks.
Yeah,
Like the
exactly.
drinks, the movies, yeah. Trick-or-treating or a costume party.
I would say, I don't actually know. I feel like costume party maybe because I mean like trick or treating is awesome, but I'm more here for like I don't know. I'm just not very much like a candy person in that way. So I think costume party is a lot more fun because you get to see people's like creativity and everything. Even though a lot of my costumes end up being last minute.
Okay, I think if you would have asked me like 2 or 3 years ago, I would have said trick or treating. But I think now it's not even that I don't like it more. I think it's so awkward if I'm going up to a door as a senior and they see me at my old age. It's too embarrassing. So I'd say costume party.
Yeah, I'll also say costume party because I feel like you can just be whoever you want to be, you know, and you have one night to like dress up and be somebody different. So I like that idea.
I didn't like trick-or-treating growing up.
Really?
No, I didn't like it. Like I said, I didn't like
yeah.
Halloween.
You did not like Halloween.
But I've never really been to a lot of costume parties. From what I've seen in the movies, I'll say a costume party. Oh,
Sorry. My bad.
oldies or today's hits?
I'm definitely in today's hits girl. I listened to like Sirius XM like hits 1 growing up. So I've always been really into like the hits and I think new music is a lot of fun because like you've never heard it before and nobody really knows it and everybody gets so excited. Like when the new Tyler album dropped, we talked about it at school, I swear, for like 3 days and it was awesome.
I would say, yeah, new songs. I don't really like old songs that much. It sounds old too. Like I feel like it's my grandpa singing it. But yeah, I think mostly new songs. Like the farthest back I could probably go is like 2005, and then I'm bored after that. So
Yeah, for me, like new songs, I consider new songs like after the year 2000, or maybe include after the 90s, you know. But past that, I feel like I cannot listen to the music.
Now I feel weird.
Is it oldies?
I like old music. Not like super old, like you said, like grandpa. No, like just some
Like who do
They're
you listen
good.
to?
like Frank Sinatra.
Oh, okay.
No TV or no music.
I would say no music. I like music a lot, but I do have hearing problems actually. So I like TV more because it's more entertaining for me. So,
Do you do subtitles?
Yeah, on like everything.
Yeah.
I otherwise I have to like tell like if I'm at someone's house and they don't have subtitles on, I feel so bad because I have to ask them like, can you turn the audio up? Because I can't hear that well, and so I was like, it's just awkward.
I would have to say no TV. If I don't have music in and I'm trying to do work, I can't do it. I get really distracted doing like long essays or debate cases. I always have music playing. I always have music playing in my car. It's really just a big part of my life, honestly.
I think no TV. Yeah, I can't do it without music because like I listen to music every day when I go to school, like when I do my assignments and stuff. So I feel like yeah, I can't.
I'm no TV. I love music. I have to play music all the time when I'm getting ready, when I'm at school.
It's like your pump up jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it like fits like the vibe, or like if you play like a music in the fall time or Christmas music during winter, it just makes it so much better.
That's completely valid.
Okay, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for everybody listening, and thank you so much for coming. Would you recommend for someone listening to join debate?
Oh, of course. I got my best friends in debate. I've had my best memories. And even if you don't actually like debating, I think the class is hilarious and I laugh every single day.
100% I agree. So when I first joined, I hated it. I actually tried dropping the class, but it's the fact that I stuck with it, and I love it so much now. And it's like something I want to pursue with my career, and it helps me with so many different things. And I do encourage people to join it.
You guys are seniors?
Yeah.
So when you leave, are you gonna miss it?
Oh, I think I'm going to do it in college.
I think I'm doing it in
Yeah.
college too.
Okay. Like I said, thank you to everyone for listening. We'll see you again soon.